What you got? You putting some tunes on or something?
Y'all live, you know, just
Yeah, live. Go ahead, hit the horn. Hit the horn.
Shalom, Israel, with ISUPK, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commanding General Yohana. And we're finna start the ISUPK Oakland Sabbath class. What's your title?
the last time Jacob and Esau dwelt together.
We start the Oakland Sabbath service. So we're gonna say Amajim. On Hakwadon, we're gonna face the east. From Hakwadon, we'll face the east.
Call the first priest.
First priest, state your registry.
Kasar Pakar Ban Yahweh Ban Yasharala.
Sabbath, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yasharala.
Yahweh Shem Yasharala.
Shabbat Shabbat.
La Yashala.
From Hakwadon, we're gonna face the east. We get the start the Lord's prayers. All right, Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakuka.
Nulakwaka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Batazayka.
Batazayka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Baratazah.
Baratazah.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Natholanau.
Natholanau.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Cal.
Cal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalak now.
Wasalak now.
Kabawaf now.
Kabawaf now.
Kasalak now.
Kasalak now.
Kabawaf Yinau.
Kabawaf Yinau.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Babayai now.
Tabayah now.
On the side one.
On the side one.
A ball.
A ball.
Awashai now.
Awashai now.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Wahatapira.
Wahatapira.
I will love you.
I will love you.
Amen.
Amen. In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh, thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
We're going to bless Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Barak Lanau.
Barak Lanau.
Wayasharala.
Wayasharala.
Wayahabayat.
Wahayabayat.
Saparia.
Saparia.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Hashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushai.
The water.
The water. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless.
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 Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
We're going to have the power. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Baba Kushah.
Baba Kushah.
Latulanaw.
Latulanaw.
Hakak.
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 Lara Pa'ah.
Lara Pa'ah.
Kal Makalah.
Kal Makalah.
Wakal Madawa.
Wakal Madawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Matazaria.
Matazari.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakliya.
Lahakliya.
Mahathia.
Mahathia.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al-Rakawaf.
Al-Rakawaf.
Hamata'ala.
Hamata'ala.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Wadamah.
Wadamah. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the
The
leper.
power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the
The
dead.
power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
The blessings. Barakatah.
Barakatah.
Yahweh Yahushua.
Yahweh Yahushua.
Wa Mata'ala.
Wa Maka'ala.
Waha. Let's see. Waha. Wa Allah. Wala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazabia.
Matazabia.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapia.
Alawapia.
Hasaraya.
Hasaraya.
Hakwatazayim.
Hakwatazayim.
Hakayayam.
Hakayayim.
Waha Akwithim.
Waha'akwathium.
Waha Akwithim. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Wadamah.
The word of man. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you. Thank you. So be it.
So be it.
All right, Psalms 121. Aisha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Al-Yanya.
Al-Yanya.
Al-Hahariya.
Al-Hahariya.
Mahayan.
Mahayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Izaria.
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 Ma'an.
Ma'an.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Labawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasharala.
Yasharala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yah.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yamawam.
Yamawam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Wayalah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makalrai.
Kalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'aska.
Taza'athka.
Wabawa'aska.
Wawa'athka.
Ma'aith.
Ma'aith.
Wa'ayawalamni.
Well, I will love you. I will lift up mine eyes
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills,
unto the hills.
from which cometh my help.
From whence cometh my help?
My help coming from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
All right, Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
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 Al-Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabika,
Awayabika,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawam,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Anika,
Alabaka,
Ya'ara Yamwa,
Ya'ariyamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha, Ya'itazwa,
Yahata, Yaitazwa,
Al-Tazapon Yaka,
Al-Tazapa, One Yaka,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakida,
Wanakakida,
Magalia,
Magalia,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Shemra Sharala,
Shem Yasharala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Na'itazwa,
Naitazwa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Al Yaka,
Ayaka,
Baryat,
Baryat,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Adawan,
Adawam,
Wayashim,
Adawam, sorry,
Adawan, Wayashimai,
Wayashamai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'awa,
Wahagaria,
Wahagaria,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'aimawan,
Wa'aimawan,
Wa'aimalak,
Wa'amalak,
Alashat,
Alashat,
Aimiyashabia,
Amiyashabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gamasha War,
Gamasha War,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Ma'ai,
Ma'ai,
Hayawa,
Hayuwa,
Zarawai,
Zarwa,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanyalawa,
Salah,
Salah,
Ashalaham,
Ashalamam,
Kamadyan,
Kamadyan,
Kasaya Sara'ah,
Kasaya, Sarah,
Kayabyan,
Kayayan,
Banakal,
Manakal,
Kwayashwan,
Koyashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Bayandara'ah,
Bayandara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Ladama,
Ladama,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nadayab Mawa,
Nadaya Mawa,
Ka'ira,
Ka'ira,
Wakaza'aba,
Wakaza'aba,
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak,
Wakatazal,
Wakatazal,
Mana'ai,
Mana'ai,
Kal Nasaya Kamwa,
Kal Nasaya Kamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nayara Shah,
Nayara Shah,
Manawa,
Lanawa,
At, Na'awat,
Na'awa,
Alahaya,
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 Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kagalgula,
Kagalgula,
Lakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya Yaroraka,
Panyaraka,
Ka'ash,
Ash,
Kaba Ira Ira,
Kala Ira,
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Alahat,
Ariyam,
Oriyam,
Khan,
Khan,
Taradama,
Karadama,
Basa Ira, Basasa Iraka,
Basasa Araka,
Wabasa Wapaska,
Wabasa Wapaska,
Babahalam,
Labahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kualawam,
Kualawam,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahawa,
Wayabahawa,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakapawa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kaya'ata,
Kayata,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labaka,
Labaka,
Al-Yamwam, Al-Yamwa,
Alayum,
Al-Yawam,
Ayawam,
Al-Kaha Arataza,
Alka,
Keep not thou silence,
keep not thou silence,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Hold not thy peace,
hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
and be not still,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
For lo,
for lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
thy enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden
and
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a
from
nation,
being a nation,
that the name of Israel
that the name of Israel
may be no more
may be no more
in remembrance.
in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee,
are confederate against thee,
the tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Israelites,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gebal,
Gubal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also was joined with them.
Asher also was joined with them.
They have hope in the children of light.
They have hope in the children of light.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a ram.
Make their nobles like a ram.
And like Zeb.
And like Zeb.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princesses.
All their princes.
As the Bas.
As the Bas.
And as the Muna.
And as the Moon.
Who said,
Let
us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh
the houses of Yahweh
in possession.
in possession.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as a stubble before the wind,
as a stove before the
as
wind,
the fire burns the wood,
as the fire burns the wood,
and as the flame sets the mountains on fire.
as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempests,
with thy tempests,
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be
and
confounded
troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High,
art the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Saw, which means turn.
And that brown book.
All right, be seated.
All right. Genesis chapter 33 and verse 11. Quath na af Bakarth ya Ashara Habath La Kaya Kana Naya Alahayim Wakaya Yash Laya Kal Wayapata Zara Bawa Wayakwak. Verse 12. Wayamor Nasa'ai Wanalaka Wa'alaka Lana Gadar Slaki La Na Gadaka. Verse 13. Wayamor Aliyawa Adanya Yadai Kaya Hayaladayim Rakayam Waha Tazan Waha Bakor Ilawat Ilaya Wadapa Kwawam Yawam Akkad Wamathwa Kal Hatazan. Verse 14. Ya'abar Na'a Adanya Lapanya Ibadwa Wa Anaya Ath Nahala La'ataya. Lara Go Hamalaka Ashara Lapanya Wala Ragal Hayaladayim Aid Ashara Abba Al Adanya Sha'ayara. Verse 15. Wayamor Ashwa Atazaya Gaha Na'a Imaka Man Ha'ain Ashara Afya Wayamor Lama Za'a Amataza Kan Ba'ayan Ya Adanya Wayashab
Verse 16. Wayashab, Bayawam, Hahawa, I Shawa, Ladarakawa, I Shayara. Verse 17. Waya Iqab, Na Sa'ai, Sakath, Waya Bun, Lawa, Bayath, Wala Makwa, Na, Wa, Aisha, Sakath, Al, Kan, Quara, Sham, Hama, Quawam, Sabawa. Verse 18. Wayaba, Yaiqab, Shalom, Ayar, Shakam, Aishara, Ba'arataza, Kana'ain, Baba Awa, Mapa Dan, Aram, Waya Khan, Ath, Panya, Ha Tazar, Yar.
All right, Genesis 34 and 11. Take, I pray thee, my blessings that is brought to thee, because the powers has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it. Verse 12. And he said, let us take our journey, and let us go, and I will go before thee. Verse 13. And he said unto him, my Lord knoweth that the children are tender, and the flocks and herds with young men are with me. And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock will die. Verse 14. Let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servants, and I will lead on softly, according as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children be able to endure, until I come unto my Lord, unto Seir. And Esau said, let me now leave with these some of the flock that are with me. And he said, what needeth it? Let me find grace in the sight of my Lord. Verse 16. So Esau returned that day on his way unto Seir. Verse 17. And Jacob journeyed to Succoth and built him a house, and made both of his cattle. Therefore the name of the place is called Succoth. Verse 18. And Jacob came to Shalem. And Jacob came to Shalem, a city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, where he came from Padanaram, and pitched his tent before the city.
Okay, John. Let's start back at 11, if you will. After a while. Help us out, man.
I pray thee, my blessings that is brought to thee, because the powers has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it.
So that right there, that where he's telling him to take thee, because that's a pure act of brotherhood right there. You know what I mean? When you look at the fact that he's telling him that the Most High has blessed me, and I'm here and I'm willing to share. That's what brothers in the UPK do. You know what I mean? To each other, for each other. When the Most High has done a fabulous thing for them, they're not stingy with each other, man. And brothers in here, they give brothers stuff even when they know brothers, you know what I mean, don't need it or whatever. And brothers, man, I got it. I'm Tawab, man. Hey, man, take it, bro. Take it, man. I want you to have it. You know what I'm saying? The Most High has blessed me enough, and I understand he's done the same for you, but this is my gift unto you. Take this. take this and allow me to. It's gonna make me sleep good if you take it, man. Go ahead. I want you to have it. You know what I'm saying? So with that, because I have enough, I urge you to take it. I mean, that's the spirit of the brotherhood in One West right there, hands down. Like I said, brothers have all the stuff they need, but Kasar Bakata come over there and take this bottle of XO, man. You know what I mean? Put it up there with your collection, bruh, or whatever it is that you know what I mean that you want to pass down to a brother. So that's that spirit right there. Go ahead.
Verse 12, and he said, let us take our journey, and let us go, and I will go before thee.
Right. I mean, hey, whew, it was good. It's good seeing you. You know what I mean? We chilling, we kicking it. You know, let's get out of the sun right now. Let's go.
Pack it up. Let's go.
Yeah. You know, let's pack it up. Go ahead.
Verse 13, and he said unto him, my Lord knoweth that the children are tender.
And the children done been put through it today. We done journeyed. You know what I mean? The children whooped. Go ahead.
And the flocks and the herds with young are with me.
And my flock's been, you know what I mean? I got to care about them just like I care about these kids. They done been put through it too. Go ahead.
And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock will die.
Yeah, and I put too much burden on these things, man. It's going to be a wrap. I'm going to need that back from you, what I just gave you. You know what I mean? If I press these things too much harder, man. So we finna go find us a little spot to set up and pitch one. Go ahead.
Verse 14, let my Lord, Verse 14, let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly, according to as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children be able to endure until I come unto my Lord, unto Seir.
Yeah. Once again, you know what I mean? Hey, Salaki, if I may, we got to bust a move. You know what I mean? It's time to start wrapping this up. Go ahead.
Verse 15, and Esau said, let me know, leave with thee some of the flock that are with me. And he said, what needeth it? Let me find grace in the sight of my Lord.
So what Esau's offering to leave him a couple men back to help him, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna leave a couple strong brothers back here to, you know what I mean? If any you get a little tired, you need somebody to drive these things a little harder, or you know, pay a little bit more attention to what you got going on. We're gonna leave a couple eyes back here with you for help. Go ahead.
Verse 16. So Esau returned that day on his way unto Seir.
So yeah, Esau packed his things up, and you know he took off just as they had bid each other adieu. Peace out. I'm doing my thing. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And Jacob journeyed to Succoth and built him a house and made booths for his cattle. Therefore, the name of the place is called Succoth.
So what Jacob went and found him a little spot, man. He put him a house together and built him a small farm, a city or something. You know what I mean? Built him a place where his family could dwell, because he set up, like I said, he built him a house, and he built some shelter and stuff for his animals.
Right.
And we know he had a lot of animals, man. So it wasn't no small little piece of land he took up. You know what I mean? So he made fast on building him a small little city or something like that. That his family could take care of themselves at. You know what I mean? The cattle would be taken care of. The family's gonna be taken care of. So that's what he did in this part right here. Built him a little haven. Go ahead, y'all got something? Yeah.
That was verse 18, or you done with 18?
That's 17.
Okay.
Verse 18, and Jacob came to Shalem, a city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, where he came from Padanaram, and pitched his tent before the city.
Right.
So it said, and Jacob, Jacob took a little journey. He came amongst a city where it was in the midst of the Africans, and he pitched him a tent, and he hung out there for a small bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
In the city of the Canaans, in the city of the Africans. Go ahead. That was 18.
Yeah, so like if I may, this is the one time we see Jacob and Esau on one accord, or not, dwelling together like this.
Right.
It doesn't mean the white man is not the devil. It doesn't mean the children of Esau don't hate Jacob. It doesn't mean they won't oppress you. Since birth, there were two nations and one people. This was just like a standstill, or like we won the Super Bowl or something. You might see black folks and white folks cheering on and having a good time together. But after they left, Esau still taught his children to hate the children of Jacob because they had the birthright. And he never will forget that.
Right.
And just one thing we brought out earlier this week, if you can hand me the concordance real quickly, Bubble Shot, and just show Mount Seir, and then we'll go. It's on topic, but it's not completely on what's going on because it's showing them come together, but we can never forget who Esau is according to the Bible. And one thing is, it says he went to Mount Seir. And Mount Seir or Mount Seir, Sha'ayar in the Hebrew, is also a name they call Esau. Just like somebody would say, Kavah used to live in Mississippi. You might have came out to California and people didn't remember your name, they would call you Mississippi. Or, if you're from Cali, you move somewhere else, they don't know your name, they call you Cali.
Right.
That's how Esau was known. He was known as Mount Seir. He was known as Seir. So 81, we're going to go to 8165 in the concordance. Is Sha'ayar, formed like rough Seir, a mountain of Idumea. Idumea was the name that became known as Edom, and its original occupants, also the people that lived there, were called Sha'ayar. When you go up further to 8163, it's the same word, Sha'ayar, and it means he-goat, kid, fawn, goat, devil. Sha'ayar is translated devils. This passage demonstrates the word represents beings that were objects of pagan worship. All right. So the word demon or devils was the same word as Mount Seir. So Esau, the Lord put it right in front of you that Esau is the devil the Bible speaks of. He dwelt in mountain devils. That's where he lived. So that's a clear cut for anybody that doesn't want to accept the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. So
Yeah. And to piggyback off what the brother was bringing out, as good as you see it's going right now, in a hot minute it's gonna go bad.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like you said, this is a small time of little celebration coming together, but I'm sure Jacob ain't up in this thing wholeheartedly. Better believe that, because he know the treachery that comes with his brother.
Right.
So, but he's willing to. I mean, just like the brothers do now, man. We know good and well when you see that white dude riding down your street selling his goods in your neighborhood, he don't mean you no good, but you would go to him, hey, what's up? Let me get it. As soon as he leave, man, that white dude up in this neighborhood spying on us and whatnot. You know what I mean? Trying to get to know our ways. He don't mean us no good. Let us go over there and sell something in his neighborhood. And they say they're gonna release the hounds on us. You know what I mean? So that's how that is. And I'm pretty sure Jacob had a good mindset of this brother's true intention, especially when he was talking about, let me lead some brothers with you. Hey, I really, you know what I mean? I really don't need the police with me.
Right.
So, but okay, go ahead.
Best believe that's what you were saying. Once you start seeing one, what I'm saying, there's bound to be some gentrification going on after a while. They gonna, once they move in 1, 2,000, what I'm saying, they trying to take over. They bringing all the people that, what I'm saying, that's up against you into your neighborhood to feed off of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They finna put them in, and everybody's feeding off the people of Jacob. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what bring that one out too.
And then, and then the cat coming through your neighborhood selling all the goods, then he becoming fond of the sisters. You know what I mean? So he up there getting fond with the sisters, giving them 1 or 2 dozen eggs. And, hey, take these eggs. Take these eggs on the side. Woo woo coming through, and like you say, then they trying to establish shop and everything. Trying to let us put up a store over here. You know,
Right.
that's how this all started, man. By us having our own thing, and then them coming in, seeing that we can get along without them. Because, like Jacob said, the Most High blessed me, man.
Right.
The Most High blessed us when we had our own thing, that we were still able to survive without them, and that's the part that pissed them off the most. That's the part that pissed them and Orgy Mike off the most, because Orgy Mike was not happy with us having our own and being our own people, being our own nation. He wanted to go sit up at Mel's Diner, eat the white pie. You know, like the lady said, why don't we turn this into nigger pie? Well, how you gonna do that? You know what I mean? We shouldn't have never wanted their pies. Hey, they don't make no pie like your grandmama.
Right.
Everybody know you go to Denny's and see if Denny's pie gonna taste like grandmama pie coming out the oven right now.
Right.
It's not gonna be the same. So we should have been happy with what we had.
Right.
So with that being said, pushing.
Just one last thing also too. It was like how we do business too. This is more like a business situation too. You gonna go this way, you gonna go that way. I'm offering this, you declining that. And that's the same way we do business at ISUPK. You have a slave, you don't gotta go on every slave and be you goddamn devil. You know what I mean? It's a time and a place for everything. So Jacob is handling business. His life was on the line. He thought Esau was gonna kill him. So he tried to, preserve his family.
Smooth it out.
Right. And that's the same way he did with the police, like you
said.
Right.
And that's a wise man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a wise man understanding what he up against. He up with the military might that he's coming up against.
Right.
So
Okay.
go ahead.
Verse 19 in the Hebrew. Wayakwan kalaka hashada ashara nata sham alawan mayad banya kamawar abaya shakam bama'a kwashayaf. Verse 20. Waya Tazab Sham Mazabak Waya Korah Lawa Al Alahaya Yashar Al. Let's see if we get the count to Waya Tataza Dayanya Slaki Dayana Bath La'a Ashara Yalada La Aikwa La Ra'awam Wa Babana Wa Ha'arataza Waya Ra'a Atha Shakam Ban Kamawar Hakawaya Nashaya Ha'arataza Waya Kwa Hata Waya Shakam Waya Shakab Ata Waya Tazana. Verse 3. Wata da Bak Napa Shawa Bada Yana Bach Ya Aikwa Waya Hab Ach Hana Air Hana Ira Waya Dabor Al Laba Hana Ir Hana Ira. Verse 4. Waya Amor Shakam Al Kama War Aba Yawa La Amor Kwak La Ya Af Hayalada Haza'ath La Asha. And that's it.
18. Okay, Genesis 34:19. And he brought a parcel of a field where he had spread his tent at the land of the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. Verse 20, and he erected there an altar, and he called it Elohim Israel. Verse 34, verse 1. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. Verse 2, 34:2. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel, and spake kindly unto the damsel. Verse 4, and Shechem spoke unto his father Hamor, saying, get me this damsel to wife.
That was that.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go back to 19.
And he brought a parcel of a field. And he bought a parcel of a field where he had spread his tent.
And when you say he bought a parcel of a field, that means he bought a portion of a field while he was in this land. He brought him a small little section of land where he could spread his tent.
At the hand of the children.
At the hand of the children.
At the hand of the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money.
It's a little different from that version.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So at the hand of the children in the land that he was at is what this was saying. The people that he was buying it from. So.
Okay. Verse 20.
And he pitched a tent in the city. So he set up a little residence in this city. You know what I mean?
Right.
A little spot where he could call his after he purchased the land. Go ahead.
At the hand of the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. And he erected there an altar, and came it Elohim Israel, and called it Elohim Israel.
Was that speaking of when he erected an altar?
He set up an altar there, like they usually make like a stone or pillar or something like that.
A landmark.
Right. And also, he might have did a sacrifice there or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
God.
Genesis 34:1. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her.
So what this is, he saw, who's that? That's Jacob's daughter.
mm-hmm.
So he daughter of Leah, daughter of Jacob,
yeah. So when he saw this woman, he, you know what I mean? He was digging her, and he laid with her, and he defiled her. You know what I mean? He defiled her, but go ahead.
Goddamn Hamite.
Right.
This goddamn Hamite raped our sister.
Exactly. So that's the bottom line. He raped his sister. He saw her, took her. He raped his sister.
Right.
And then what I was going to bring out, go ahead and read a little.
And Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her. He took her and lay with her and defiled her. Because that wasn't the ways of the laws that Jacob lived under, that
he could be, you know what I mean, dealing with people on the out in different nations. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like if I may,
Mm-hmm.
at that part where he says he defiled her, and he didn't take her because she wanted to be taken. He took her, defiled her. That means
Okay,
he took her against her will.
How does it say it in yours? It say the same way?
Defiled, yeah.
Okay, this one says by force. Led with her by force.
Okay,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah. And to not, it says by force, but
Right.
he raped this girl, young sister, and then tried to act like, I guess in verse 3 it says he tried to act like he was in love with her. But we know, what does the Bible say about rape? That when you rape somebody, it's like killing somebody. It's the same as death.
Right.
So it ain't no being in love after that.
Right. He took the woman, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Made her do what he wanted to do. Defiled her, you know what I'm saying? It didn't say she came to him and, you know what I'm saying? It was, okay, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? He defiled her, you know what I'm saying? He didn't say different.
Right.
Defiled is, you know what I'm saying? That means he took the woman.
Right.
Took the box.
Right.
So was they still dealing at this time with the fact that they wasn't race mixing either, right?
Yeah.
That's a double negative.
Right. So this sister wouldn't have laid with him no matter what.
Exactly.
She knew the law, right?
Right.
To not mix our race, especially with Hamites, going into the land of Canaan.
Right.
In verse 3, 34 and 3, and his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel and spake kindly unto the damsel.
So this man, I mean, it ain't hard for that's exactly what I brought out about when I was talking about the Esau coming through the neighborhood. You know what I mean, man? And week after week he coming through, he running the same route. He gonna find a sister on that route that he, you know what I mean, that look at and he find favor in. And he gonna, like I said, give her that extra little something. Because he trying to lay with that sister. And if a sister, and that's exactly what, but he forced his sister to do that. So these other nations look at our sisters, man, and they understand it, man. This sister's beautiful. You know what I mean? Wow. That's a bad sister right there, man. And then, like I said, even though that sister knows she wasn't supposed to lay with him, and he probably knew the ways of them too. Mm-hmm. He knew their custom. He knew that he had no chance with that woman besides him taking the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Besides him taking that box and defiling her now, unless he be put to death, that's pretty much his rib. You know what I mean? But watch how he go about it.
It's like, if I may, basically, he made it sound good, saying he loved her and
right.
Kindly of the damsel. You know what I'm saying? He tried to make it sound good, like,
right.
It's okay. You know what I'm saying? And she, like I said, they knew the law. They knew we weren't supposed to be mixing with Hamites. But he, like I say, he took the box. You know what I'm saying? So now he's just making it sound good, and
So like, if I made that reminds me of the story of how just in general slavery, slave masters,
right?
They'll look at our women. They know they can't get them, so they took them, kidnapped them, and they would rape them. And they had Thomas Jefferson, the president, who was raping a 14-year-old girl, had children with her, and then now history tries to make the story like he was in love with her.
Right.
They try to make it seem like he had
sound good.
Yeah. Anywhere else in the world, you'd be locked under the jail or put to death. But since it's the president of the United States, it becomes a love story.
Right.
That's what this.
Right.
His heathen's mind is trying to justify his,
Right. He's speaking real kind words to her and all in her ear with the lovey-dovey. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why'd you go lovey-dovey from the start? She would have told you we can't do this, which she probably did. Mm-hmm. You see it. Don't nobody see a sister and then just jump her bones. You try, you pop at her real quick and see what she said. And she like, yeah, I ain't got time. He watched, you know what I mean? Unless
it was back in the days, man.
Yes,
he was hopping up the bushes and it was savagery too. So it's like the penitentiary. Right. He wasn't asking no questions.
I would say if he's spitting these words to her, he popped at her a little bit.
That's how how rapists are, man. They take little children and try to act like they cool with them and give them lollipops after you done something. That's just my
right. Okay. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we can never. It's it's not in there, so we can't.
But we do see that at this. You got some. You said?
And being a slave master too, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna pop out and most of the time they're gonna tell you, well, if you don't do this, I'm gonna kill your whole family, I'm gonna kill your kids, you know what I'm saying? So they make you lay with them, you know what I'm saying?
Some kind of burden over your head.
No, you know what I'm saying? You can't resist, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we're gonna kill your family, we're gonna kill your kids or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So more than likely, you know what I'm saying, reluctantly, she has to do it pretty much, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they make it, just like you said, how they make it sound like a love story. Since he's the president, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It goes that kind of way. Make it sound good, you know what I'm saying? Just like you said, turn it into a love story. And, but yeah, we know, you know what I'm saying? Them being a slave master, they take the box and, you know what I'm saying? And make you be happy, you know what I'm saying? Make you like it, you know what I'm saying? Just like they do now, you know what I'm saying? Take our sisters and, just you were saying earlier about give them a little something, make it sound good, give them a little something. Now it's a love story.
Surely the gift destroys the heart.
Exactly.
And then you know what I mean? What? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And he also was a man of power too. He was the son of the chief, the son of he was like the prince of that area. So he probably feeling like everything is his. The world is his. The same way the president Thomas Jefferson.
And they in their land right now, so you know what I mean.
Right.
Like it did that. So that even further what I'm one said. Hey, everybody going to jail tonight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You in my land, and this also goes to show you that here in the UPK, we put Africans right up there with Esau, goddamn.
That's right.
Goddamn heathens, man.
But
should never touch our women.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't the land of Canaan given to Israel first?
What do you mean?
The land of Canaan, wasn't that?
It was the land of Canaan.
I think it was in the land.
I thought back in Genesis where I thought the land was
given to them, but they will still have other people living there. It wasn't until Joshua came and then they destroyed the Canaanites out of the land and moved them out of the land.
Oh, okay.
So it was the Lord promised it to them, but Israel wasn't even big enough to dominate that. They already had. That's why it's the land of Canaan. Okay. Canaanites were living there as a big nation of people. You know what I mean? So even when they went into Egypt, it was only 70 souls. It said. So this time they're not even to 70 yet. Right. So these 35 people couldn't take over this whole land of, another nation.
All this stuff.
Right.
It wasn't that big at first,
Right. We're just getting started. It's Israel.
Yeah, we just see it because Israel just got his blessing the other day. You know what I mean? A few days before he took off, we was reading back, right?
Right. Last week.
Yeah, last week. And so he just got his blessing. So he just became the man that he is right now. So, go ahead.
All right, 34 verse 4. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife.
Get me this damsel to wife. You already laid with the woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You already laid with the woman. Now you need permission. Now you asking permission. I mean, or you making a request that, hey, pops, whatever you got to do, it's her. I want her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, right.
Right.
You sound like.
Right. Just like the movie The Toy.
That's exactly so like one by. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. He was trying to own everything. He wanted the man.
He wanted the dude standing in the store, man.
Yeah.
Out of all them damn toys, he wanted the brother, man.
Bring this Negro home.
And treated him crazy, didn't he?
Right.
Man.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. I'm like, was on correct.
Right. Go ahead, everyone.
Okay. Well, verse 5. So you still want me to go to Hebrew or going to the English?
I'll read it. That's about verses. All right.
What's our time? Shit. It's probably gonna be the last one. Oh, we got two more.
11:37.
Yeah, so we got two more.
Seven more verses.
Yeah, he said maybe two more.
Okay. Waya, let me see, 34 and 5. Waya Kwan. Kala. Am I right?
Maybe a different spot. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
Waya Kwan.
It says on here, it says Waya Kwa. Sometimes it's living in Shemai. You see Shemai? We way down there. 18, 19. We in 4 or 5.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Right here. Yeah. Quad right here. Shabbat right here.
Waya Aikwa, Shemai, Kaya, Ta, Ta, Tama, Ah, Dayayan, Dayana, Wa, Wabanyawa, Hayawa, Kath, Makwa Naya, Makwa Naiwa, Basha, let me see, Bashada, Waha Kwa, Rash, Ya Aikwa, I, let me see, let me see, Ba'am, Wayataza, Kama War, Abaya, Shakam, All, Aikwa, Ladabar, Athwa, Wabanyam, Ya Aikwa, Ba'awa, Man, Hashada, Kashama, Aim, Wayata, Tazabawa, Nash, Yam, Wayakar, Laham, Ma'ad, Kaya, Nabala, Aisha, Bash, let me see, Bayashar, all, all,
Yasharala.
Hmm?
Yasharala.
Lasha, Kab, Ath, Bath, Wa'aikwa, Wakan, La'a, Aisha, Wayadabar, Kama War, let me see, let me see, Atham, La'amar, Shakam, Banya, Kasha Kwa, Na Pashwa, Babathkam, Anwa, Na, let me see, Ta, Lawa, La'asha, Wahata, Kath, Nawa, Athanwa, Banath Yakam, Tatanwa, Lanawa, see, Wa'ath, Banath Yanawa, Athquak Wa, Lakam, Wa'ath nawa. The kwabwa. Waha na. Let me see. Waha rataza. Waha rataza. Taha ya. What go to?
This is the last one.
Okay. La Punya come. Shabwa. Wasakar wa. Washa, let me see, Waha, let me see, Kazwa, Kazwa. See, Ba.
That's it. All right. English. All right. Genesis chapter 34 and verse 5. You should do 11, huh? You started.
Was that 5?
11. Yeah, you might have to do 11. So 11 will be the 7th verse.
11.
Yeah. So this stuff says it's gonna be Waya Amar. It's gonna say Waya Amar.
Waya Amar. Shakam. All Abba Yaha Wa'al Akyaha Amataza Kan Ba'ayan Yam Kam. Ba'ayan Yakam. Wa'amarsh Wa'ashara Bakamarwa Alia Athan.
That's it, yeah. All right, Genesis chapter 34, verse 5. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah, his daughter. Now his sons were with his cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come.
So Salak, if I may, it's telling you that like we was what we was bringing out, man. He had wronged his daughter. He wronged her. He raped her, and it said when Jacob found out, said Jacob had heard, and sons, but his sons were in the field yet, so he held his peace. You know what I mean?
All right.
He held his peace. He didn't want to get out of order and everything. He was trying to analyze. He was soaking it up, analyzing. You know what I mean? Trying to figure stuff out real quick before his sons got home, and they had different kind of spirit on them. You know what I mean? So he was going through, and he had the same type of spirit. But you know, when you by yourself, you process a little different when you get the news. So before the real young warriors came, he was just chilling. He was able to chill. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him.
To talk with him. He came out to speak with Jacob. You know what I mean?
Verse 7. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved, and they were very wroth.
They were hurt. They was angry.
They was pissed.
Right. Because he had wrought folly in Israel, in line with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done.
He had done wrong in Israel. In line with Jacob's daughter. Wrought folly, done wrong. You know what I mean? His works were wrong in the city of Israel. In Israel. In the ways of Israel. In line with Jacob's daughter, which things ought not be done. So we don't operate like that around here. You know what I mean? You don't take no sister. You don't destroy that sister. You don't like the other one brought out. You killed that sister. That sister ain't gonna never be the same no more. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
She ain't gonna never be the same no more. You don't do sisters like that. You know what I mean? You build your sister. That's an instant way to tear a sister down, especially at a young age, man. Ain't no telling what she's liable to do for the rest of her life now. You know what I mean? So with that being said, before we get off, before we take that too far to the left, go ahead.
So, like, if I may.
Go ahead.
At this time, like I say, even back then, they knew it was wrong to mix with races. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
And if I may, they also knew it was wrong to rape a woman.
Exactly.
right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the big picture right there.
But see, we can thank the damn Christian churches now saying, you know what I'm saying, we can love everybody. Everybody can love everybody. You know what I'm saying? We can blame on the damn Christian churches and damn near and goddamn Martin Luther King with that old, little black boys, little white girls, you know what I'm saying? All that old bullshit ass speech that he came up with. Salakia. But like I say, even back then they knew it was wrong, but we the Christian church doesn't change our way of thinking. It's saying, everybody can love everybody. It don't matter who you with, you know what I'm saying? And even in Deuteronomy it says we ain't supposed to mix race 7 and 3, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, even back then they knew. So I'm just bringing that out.
And so, like, if I may, just also the back onto the rape part. This is a cut for the fake Israelites that says it's okay to rape, or we're gonna be raping women in the kingdom.
Right.
This was never acceptable in Israel.
Oops, Lucky.
Yeah, exactly. This was never acceptable in Israel. That's all I say.
Right. So go ahead.
Okay. Verse 8. And Hamor communed with them, saying, the soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give him to wife.
The soul of my son long, and that's lust. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, right.
he longed for him. Man, you don't even know the girl.
Right.
You just saw that she was pretty, real pretty, and you would do whatever to get to her.
Right.
And I mean whatever, and that's committing the ultimate sin of raping her.
Right.
You know what I mean? If that ain't saying that you would do anything to a sister, then what is it saying? Go ahead.
Verse 9. And make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you.
Wow. Wow. He just what is that saying right there? Go against, you know what I mean? We know why we wouldn't do it, because the Most High said do it. But now he basically said, hey, forget all that. You know what I mean?
We're going to take your daughter.
Right. Or what the scriptures say, give not your sons unto their daughters, and their daughters unto your son.
Right.
He said, go again. Hey, never mind that. You know what I mean? Never mind all that, man. My son likes your daughter. Hey, give us your daughters, and you can have some of our daughters for your sons.
You gonna make marriages with my
And what is that? Once again,
So like it's like a peace treaty they're trying to build with him. Even though he did something wrong, we're gonna make it right by swapping
we're gonna
our
make
daughters.
it right.
You know, which is
And that's why, and we know it's wrong, but because it already happened,
let it ride.
It's got to be. You know what I mean? We done, and it's kind of like feeding black people pork. You know what I'm saying? We know good and well that y'all ain't supposed to be doing that. But since you already did it, pork is cheap than the son of a gun now. You know what I mean? Pork the cheapest thing you can get right now. So since you already done been on it, never mind the fact that you stopped doing it. Keep it going. You know what I mean?
So,
go ahead.
So like if I may, it's also the spirit of America too. For they raped us and took our women,
right?
And then now it's like, well, you can marry a white woman. You can be like OJ. You can get you all the white women you want. Right. And we said you feel like that's gonna make it better of what they did to us before.
Right.
You know. So
You absolutely, yeah, you're right. But and you look at the TV shows too.
Mhm.
Now more and more, you seeing white men with black women in the shows now. Where before it used to be more so a white woman with a black man. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
converting it all the way over now, man. They showing you that the slave master is really laying with these women now.
Right.
Because before you thought of, I mean, you look at the ways of like Julia Muhammad brought it out. Black sisters always loved black men.
Right.
Black men was in love with being with other with white women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
White men always loved white women, but white women was in love with being with brothers. And now they bringing that out to the forefront. You know what I mean? And what does that do? That destroys our family once again. Just like if Jacob allows this to happen, and his family is just, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's adding to the fact that Israel can't survive if these sisters don't bring forth Israelites.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So this brother is basically, he's seeking to Israel. Now we just said Israel just got established a couple passages ago. He already seeking to destroy Israel by planting his seed with him, and that's going to destroy the nation. That's why the Most High forbid it, because it's going to destroy your bloodline. But go ahead. That was it for that one.
No, I got 10. Go over to 12, right?
Read 2 through 11. All right.
Yeah.
Verse 10. And ye shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade ye therein, and get you possessions therein.
Just like we just said. Now it's coming together with them. You know what I mean? It's taking away their sense of being holy. It's taking away their sense of being their own people. You know, it's just like Kamala Harris didn't get to fulfill her whole dream of running for the presidency. She had to tuck it in, and then get under the what do you call it? Get under the belt, the pillar, or whatever it is of running with the white man. You know what I'm saying? She had to be underneath him. Whereas we saw last year, the last term, Clinton got to run her whole camp all the way to election day. But this is what he telling by Jacob, by him telling him to, hey, let's just come together. They already established in this land. This is their land right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They already established. So how you gonna go in there and you're gonna be equal to them? Or you could come into the land and we'll give you so much power that no, that's not how it goes. Let us keep what we got. Let us be the people that we are, and we'll be better that way. And once again, let's get back to the point that you raped my daughter, man. So you know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 11. And Shechem said unto her father and unto her brethren, let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me, I will give.
I got something on there.
He just,
He basically making him say what he wanted to say, huh?
Shechem is the son. He's talking to Jacob and to the brothers Israelites, the other Israel's children. Let me find grace in your eyes, and what shall ye say unto me? I'll give. Well, he's trying to buy them out.
Yeah, right.
He's trying to buy out their morals. He's trying to put a price on his sister's, virtue.
And
Right.
and at the same time begging for, I'm sorry I raped you. No, you're not.
Right.
You ain't sorry. You know what I mean? You done destroyed her, and now you up here begging for apologies.
Right.
And then offering money. So that's a smack in the face on two folds. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now raped her, now you're offering us money. Go ahead.
We'll read verse 13 in English and do the next 7 in English.
You want to just get the English here.
Verse 13 in English. And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor, his father, deceitfully, and said, because he had defiled Dinah, their sister, verse 14, and they said unto them, we cannot do this thing to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us.
Definitely. So that tells you the law. They knew better than to do these things. And who is uncircumcised, who is not with the Most High. You know what I mean? The Most High ain't with these people. These are uncircumcised, unclean people.
Right. And they're using deceit because it doesn't matter. You can circumcise a heathen, you still can't get in here.
Right.
So that they tricking these devils. You know, verse 15. But in this we will consent unto you, if you will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised. Verse 16.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. God. That every male be circumcised. So okay, yeah. He putting that plan together right there.
All right, verse 16. Then we will give our daughters unto you, and we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and we will become one people.
Right. So once again, hey, these next couple of verses are all part of a plan, man.
Right.
All part of a plot that these brothers now put together against these people who raped their sister.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 17. But if you will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then we will take our daughter and we will be gone. Verse 18. And their words pleased Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son. And verse 19. And the young man deferred not to do the thing, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of his father.
He was more lustful than all the house of his father.
Right.
Because like you said, yeah, that circumcision don't even matter for you. It don't even matter for them. But he wanted this sister so much that he couldn't even see what was going on. The big picture. And he could never be an Israelite, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's it for that?
Yeah, that's it for that. I think it's the last 7, but also too, so like if I may, if he was the most honorable, then what type of nation is this people?
That's what I'm saying.
If the one that's raping, then these heathens over here was living like animals, you know what I mean? Straight animals. But,
yeah, he was the like I said, yeah, that's absolutely right. Because I'm trying to figure something and call it the most lustful, but
right.
Yeah, they was barbaric and they dealing with other people. You know what I mean? They was, and this is how you know that the Israelites are such a glorious people, man. They've always had laws, and and this is how you know black people, man. Even the worst black person out there, and I won't say the worst. The ones you think got the least morals, it's still something running through him that ties him to the Most High. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he has no idea what it is, why there is still some things he won't do, why there's still some places he won't go, some boundaries he won't cross, some words he won't say. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Yes, sir.
That's it. Like I say, if you know in this truth, you in the truth. But like I said, most of us that came up in these Christian churches, like I said, he going today's time, you can mix with anybody, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter who you are, you can love that, you know what I'm saying, love that person and love that race, you know what I'm saying? When clearly it states, you know what I'm saying, in our Constitution, Deuteronomy 7:3, we ain't supposed to give our daughters or our sons unto them, you know what I'm saying? And that's how, you know what I'm saying? But Esau, no, you know what I'm saying? He want to mix with all the races out there, so, you know what I'm saying? You can have those problems. You can have those problems of when you do have that child by, that the heathen nation, you know what I'm saying? It puts a bearing on the woman, it puts a bearing on the child once they get here, you know what I'm saying? They have to basically pick a side of who they're going to be with, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of who they, you know what I'm saying, who they really are, but it just mixes up everything. And, you know what I'm saying? Esau knowing this, that's why he always try to mix with everybody, and so it can always be that, you know what I'm saying? You have to face that angle of who you're gonna pick,
Right. And like I said, that also shows you that Salaki. These laws are in your inward part. You know what I mean when it comes to dealing with brothers and sisters. It dealt this circumcision that they speaking about right here. That was the official one. You know what I mean? That was the foreskin and everything. But then it went to the circumcision of the heart, the inward parts. These laws is gonna be put Salaki inside you, and that's why you'll get the lowest ranking brother out there on the streets who he still got some type of morals on stuff that he won't do. And like I said, and because he's waiting on the UPK to find him and put and wake that spirit up in him. You know what I mean? He waiting on these brothers from the UPK to come out there and find him, man. And fear not, we on our way, brothers.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We on our way, man. Hopefully we get to you brothers before Yahushua gets back and take that reproach off of y'all and everything. But believe us, under Commander Johanna, we trying to get every last one of y'all, man, to come back to this truth and be honest brothers and sisters up in this truth and be holy and be separate and be different. That's what these brothers, that's the way they was operating. They was operating in a fashion of being separate. You can't do these things in Israel. You know what I mean? Right. We can't join your group because y'all don't do the will of Yahweh. Right. Y'all don't do the will of the Most High. You do the will yourselves, just like SABBATH just brought out. Man, if this supposed to be the most honorable brother, Salakia, honorable brother, and he's out here raping, and now he got his father. His father coming out and pleading on his behalf. You know what I mean? That's something the UPK can't do, man. That's something we wouldn't do. That's something Israelites were commanded not to do. Wow. So that's how you know that speaks to the volume of the fact that UPK is a holy nation. We're separate from everybody else, and we was meant to be on our own. Well, not the UPK, Israelites. Salakia. And we was meant to be on our own. Salaki, I'm irritated, but that's it for me. Man. Anybody brother good? Okay, so this concludes the Sabbath class. So with that being said, men of Israel, Amajim. Want to get us with that horn over there? Huh? That's what
Layal Shawala. All right, that being said, upon Hakodam, we're going to face the east. All right, Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayah. Kodash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakuska. Taba'ah. Ratazai. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazah. Hawa. Ayah. Bashemaya. Lakam. Cal. Yawam. Wasalak now. Kabawas now. Kasalak now. Kabawas now. Wala'ah. Tabayah now. Anasai 1. Abal. Hawashai now. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wala'ah. Wahatapara. I will love you.
Amen. Our Father,
Father,
which art in heaven.
which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom
Thy
come.
will be done
Thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts
Forgive us our
as
debts
we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
Lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be.
So be it. Bless Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanao.
Barak Lanao.
Waya Sharala.
Waya Sharala.
Waya Bayat.
Waya Bayat.
Saparia.
Saparia.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rabah.
Magun.
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 Hagun.
Hagun. It's like Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
What a month.
The one on man. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
The Williams family.
The Williams family.
The Fuller family.
The Fuller family.
The Hopkins family.
The Hopkins family.
The house of Malakwa.
The house of Malakwa.
The house of Kasarpaka.
The house of Pasapaka.
The house of Amawan.
House of Amawan.
The Price family.
The Price
The
family.
Warren family.
The Warren family.
The Taylor family.
The Taylor family.
That's it.
The Thompson family.
The Thompson
The
family.
Gibbs family.
The Gibbs family.
Harris family.
The Harris family.
The UPK.
UPK.
All the brothers of Israel.
And all the brothers of Israel.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. We will have the power. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Baruch Kashah.
Baruch Kashah.
Lathala now.
Lathala now.
Hakak.
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 Larapa'ah.
Larapa'ah.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Kal Madawa.
Kal Madawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Amatazari.
Amatazari.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakwiyah.
Lahakwiyah.
Mahathiyah.
Mahathiyah.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al-Rakawath.
Al-Rakawath.
Hamata'ala.
Hamata'ala.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
The water month.
The water month.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal
Power to heal
all manner of sickness.
all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the
The
dead.
power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessings. Barak.
Barak.
Atah.
Atah.
Yahweh Yahushua.
Yahweh Yahushua.
Wa Maka'ala.
Wa Maka'ala.
Wa Lahanyam.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim. Matazabia. Matazabia.
Matazabia.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawab Yahana.
Alawapiam.
Alawapi.
Asaranyam.
Asaranya.
Hakwatazanyam.
Hakwatazayan.
Haka Yayayam.
Hakayayalam.
Waha Aquathiam.
Wahawathim.
Waha Aquathiam. Bahashim Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
The water month.
The water month.
Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commander Junior Hana.
Commanding Junior
The
Hana.
generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. All right, Psalms 121. Aisha.
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 Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahahariya.
Ahahariya.
Mahayan.
Mahayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Izaria.
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 Ma'ai.
Ma'ai.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'arataza.
Wa'arataza.
Al Yathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Wargalka.
Al Yanawam.
Ayanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Ana.
Ana.
La'a.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasharala.
Yasharala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al Yad.
Ayat.
Yamyaka.
Yanyaka.
Yamawam.
Yamawam.
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'ah,
Ra'ah,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wayarak,
Wayara,
Balayala,
Bayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Makal Rai,
Kara,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Afnapashka,
Athnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Taza Aska,
Taza'afka,
Wawa Aska,
Wabu'afka,
Ma'aif,
Ma'ai,
Wa'ayat Awalam,
Wa'ai, Awalam.
I will lift up my eyes
I will lift up my eyes
unto the hills,
unto the hills,
from which cometh my help.
from which cometh my help.
My help comes from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore.
Psalm 83, Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al Damayalaka,
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Dakarash,
Al-Dakarash,
Al-Dashakwat,
Al-Tashakwat,
Al,
Al,
Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Awayadyaka,
Awiyadika,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Imaka,
Al-Imaka,
Ariyamwa,
Ariyamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayata,
Wayata,
Yaitazawa,
Yaitazawa,
Al-Tazapon 1 year ka,
Al-Tazapawan Yika,
Amorwa,
Amorwa,
Rakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakina,
Wanakakina,
Mogalia,
Mogalia,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Shomashirala,
Shamyasharala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Na'aitazawa,
Aitazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakatwa,
Yakadwa,
Al Yaka,
Ayaka,
Aryath,
Varyak,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Adawam,
Alawam,
Wayashamai,
Wayashamai,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagaria,
Wahagari,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'aimawan,
Wa'aimawan,
Wa'aimalak,
Wa'amalak,
Palashat,
Palashat,
Anyashabya,
Amyashabya,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gamashawar,
Gamashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Ma'ain,
Ma'ain,
Ayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aishalaham,
Ashalaham,
Kaimadian,
Kamadi,
Kasaya Sara'ah,
Kasiyah Sara'ah,
Kawayab Kayabyan, Kayabyan,
Kayabyan,
Bonakal,
Manakal,
Kwayashwan,
Wayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Baya Dara'ah,
Bayasdara,
Bayan Dara,
Bayandara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Ladama,
Ladama,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nadaya Mawa,
Nadayab Mawa,
Kayarab,
Kayarab,
Wakazaaba,
Wakazahaba,
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak,
Wakatazal,
Wakatazar,
Mana'ai,
Mana'ai,
Kalnasaya Kamwa,
Kanasiyakamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nayarasha,
Nayarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Af,
Af,
Na'awaf,
Nahawa,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kagalgila,
Kagalgila,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Laponya Rorika,
Lapanyarawarka,
Ka'ash,
Kaash,
Taba Ira Ya Ira,
Tawa Ira Ya Ira,
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Alahat,
Talahat,
Arayam,
Haryam,
Kun,
Kan,
Daradapma,
Taradama,
Basa Irika,
Lasa Irika,
Wabasa Wapaska,
Wabasawa Paka,
Tabalaham,
Tabalaham,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Walawam,
Kwalawam,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahawa,
Wayabahawa,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabatwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kaya Ata,
Kaya Ata,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahweh,
Labatka,
Labatka,
Al Yawam,
Ayawam,
Al-Kaha Arataza.
Al-Kaha Arataza.
Keep not thou silence,
Keep not thou silent,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
and be not still,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and And thee that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up thy head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden one.
and consulted against thy hidden
They
one.
have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation.
that the name of Israel
That the name of Israel
may be no more in
may be-
remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one
They
consent.
are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee,
tabernacles of Edom
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal
Gabal,
and Ammon
and Ammon,
Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
Asher also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
at the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red,
Make their nobles like a red.
and like Zeb.
And like Zeb,
Yea,
yea,
all their princesses as Zabah,
all their princes as Abba,
and as Zalmunna,
and as Salmuna,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves
Let us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh
the houses of Yahweh
in possession.
in possession.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as a stubble before the wind,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as a fire burns the wood,
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy sword.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
All right, Psalms means turn. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amazim Shabbat, Amazim, Barak, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathum.
So like, let's do that. Salute all the thing. Yeah. Salute the brother right.
All right, men of Israel, Amazim Shabbat, Amazim, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathum.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathum.
All right, we'll give one courteous salute to the sisters out there. Men of Israel, Amazim Shabbat, Amazim, Barak,
Yahweh Shemar Latham Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shemar Latham Hashem Yahushua.
Yazamatah, class dismissed.